Hello ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Eurotruck Simulator. I know I said I wouldn't play this, but here we are, because there's a new update available, there's a new truck to buy. However, before we buy that, first I must get a new garage, because I don't have enough garage slots as it currently stands. This is my Iveco Stralis Highway in the old Globtech Industries livery, whatever you want to call it. It's my latest truck. It's not bad, but you know, currently underpowered. It's the cheapest version. So, without further ado, let's drive to Sheffield and buy a garage. Here we go. I'm already on my way because by the time I started the video, for some reason it wasn't picking up my microphone, so all my lovely, gorgeous words weren't being picked up. And that, I imagine, is just terrible. I mean, how could you possibly watch anything without my beautiful voice? We've got the hazard lights on because, of course, this is a long load. I'm going to turn the volume down a bit. Is that okay? Can you hear me? Good. Indicate, he's letting us go in. So let's do that. I hate the slow indicators on these things though. That's the only trouble with Iveco. It's also the problem with MAN, I think. MAN. You know, they used to manufacture the Panther. Ooh. Panther tank. The Panzer V. Come on, what are you doing? Stupid driver. Thank you. You can probably tell I'm a little bit intoxicated right now, but that's okay. Don't drink and drive, people. Just because I'm an impeccable driver no matter what my condition doesn't mean that you will be. Right, let's engage the cruise control. Set it to 55 miles per hour, because that's the legal speed limit of trucks. Of HGVs in the United Kingdom. I know it says 60 on the sat-nav there, but these things are limited to 55 miles per hour, or at least just 56 miles per hour. Yeah, you know, this is an alright truck. It's a bit underpowered, of course, because I bought the cheapest version. And it sounds a bit rubbish. I prefer the Volvos. The Volvos are my favourite, to be honest. But you know, these are okay. These things. Hang on. Let's get a good. Whoa! Change lane. Change lane. Change lane. There we go. Let's get a good cinematic approach here. Yeah, look at that. That is, whoa, as I mentioned before, the old Globtech Industries livery, whatever you want to call it, red and yellow. The new one is, I think it's grey and yellow? No, it's yellow and white, sorry. It's a mining company, but they also deal in haulage of things. Infrastructure. What's the word? Plant. No, that's not the word. Logistics, that's it. Oh shit, I should have taken that route. Bugger. Okay, no worries. We'll go up the A1, cut across the whatever road this is to here, go up the M1 a bit and then down a... No, we don't need to even do that. We can just go up here, turn off here, come down here, and go up to Sheffield. Steinbruch. Which is a quarry in Sheffield, or near Sheffield. what we'll do. Anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? This truck. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Sheffield, buy a new garage, because I currently don't have enough slots. Garage, that's what I say. Instead of garage, buy a new garage. 50, slow down a bit. Probably be speed cameras around here. Yep, there they are. The, probably 30. Okay. More bloomin' roadworks on the motorway. What's with all them bloomin' roadworks, eh? You don't see nobody working. It's just nothing for miles and miles on the A1. Nobody working, just roadworks everywhere. Just bear with me. I tend to slip into accents when... Oh, look, there's somebody working! One person working on the entire motorway. Yep, that'll get the job done soon. Yeah, we're currently transporting a front loader. What's it called? Backhoe loader? Backhoe loader, I think that's what it's called. My uncle used to have one. Shut up. Okay, we can increase the speed here. 55 miles per hour is what we're limited to on European, on British roadways anyway. UK motorways. Got everybody overtaking. I did put a better engine in this thing quite recently, so we should see a little bit better performance than what we would expect with the stock engine that we get on the cheapest chips version of this vehicle, this truck. Which is good because when it was like that, it just couldn't accelerate with anything unless it was going downhill. And when it was going uphill, it would just slow down to nothing. Even now it's slowing down because this has got the third best engine, I think. No, what's it called? Third worst. Not the worst, it's the third worst. I've upgraded it 3 times. So yeah, with this patch we get a new truck and also another feature, which is where you can put a chassis on your truck. Yeah, I'm a bit used to War Thunder. A chassis on your truck where you can lift up the rear one of the rear axles. Because you see in the UK, I think you're charged for how many tyres are in contact with the road surface, because they increase wear on the road surface. And so what trucks tend to do, if they're not transporting anything heavy, is they lift one of the axles, so you know there's a lot less wheels in contact with the road, so they don't have to pay as much tax. Also, it helps with tyre wear, so you only have to replace the tyres that are being used all the time, which means if you keep some of the wheels off the road surface, you don't have to replace those tyres as often, which saves you money, which is obviously good for a logistics company such as Globtech Industries, which is actually a mining company. The logistic company in the federal space is Ulterior Express, I think. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at this sheet here. Okay. Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, man. No problem. I didn't get a charge for that. That's interesting. Yeah, don't drink and drive, people. That's a very profound message. And don't drive while tired either, because that can have the same effect. I mean, this is just a game, but in real life, you know, it's not a game. And if you wanna, unless you wanna crash and either be killed or have to pay a lot of money because you hit someone else's car, don't drink and then drive soon afterwards. At least make sure there's a little less alcohol in your blood. Speaking of which, this bus is very, very slow. I think I might overtake him. I can do that, can't I? Yeah, I can make this. Come on, truck. Take over this stupid school bus. Going on your field trip to Sheffield. I'm doing business here, mate. Doing something to keep the stupid economy going. Yeah, there's nothing on the motorway. It's a ghost motorway. Or it's just not rush hour. It is getting quite dark though, so we'll put the lights on, which I've just done. Look at me being a sensible driver. So yeah, once we get to Sheffield, I'll buy a garage. And then I'll buy one of the new trucks and one of the new chassis, where you can have a little look at it. Do a little showcase, which is nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's why you clicked on this video, isn't it? Subscribe to my channel, and I will show you many great things. Even while not drunk. What was that? Is that a can? It's a can. Whoa! Pay attention to the road, matey mate. Otherwise you'll crash again. Okay, here's our turn off coming up, going to Sheffield. We'll activate the indicators and slow down. Have a little look, there's nothing coming, so we can turn. And here we go. Simple as that. That's how easy it is to drive. There's a truck. It's a man. I got a few of those. One of those. Two? No, just one. No. 7. I got 7 of those. In the Globtech Industries company. Because you see, in the 21st century, the Globtech Industries is a hauling company. They do logistics and stuff like that. But in the 23rd century, it becomes a mining company and specializes in that because it's a lot better at it than it is at hauling. Hauling is taken over by this other company. Hold on. Green. Star Hauling? Star Haulage. Yeah, not a very original name, but then they're the best at it, so... You know, hire Star Haulage for all your hauling needs. They haul ore and stuff everywhere. Of course, Star Haulage doesn't exist in the 21st century yet, because we're still on Earth, we're not in space yet. This whole Space Engineers thing, part of the big series that's going to come up soon. So we'll sweep round this corner, all nice and sweepy. Flash this guy. That's the button, not K, it's J. And there's a junction coming up which we need to take, and then we should be all set to go into the place where we're supposed to go, which is the quarry. The quarry. See, I told you it wouldn't take much time to get there, didn't I? I told you, and you as well, Jimmy. I told you that it wouldn't take much time, and yet you were like, oh, it'll take a really long time to get there, man. Otherwise, you know, your boss is gonna fire you. And I was like, nah, it'll be fine. You'll see. Anyway, here we are in quarry. Look at that. Ahead of schedule. Now we're entering a quarry, which means there's big trucks and stuff going around, so we'll put the hazards on. We've already got the strobe light going, the flashy light. But I think if we put the hazards on, then people will be more like, oh, there's a truck there, we can't drive right there, because there's a truck. Which means there's no big accident, catastrophe, you know, newspaper headline. Going a bit fast, but I'm sure it'll be fine. That's announcing that I've arrived, because Globtech Industries is the best at everything. Or at least hauling. And here we go. Let's park it up nice and simple. Let's see if I can still park in my inebriated state. Of course you can. And that's it. Excellent. Got lots of money. Money, money, money. 10,000 euros. That's like, what, £20? Thereabouts. Right, let's drive to Sheffield, buy a garage. And have a look at the new truck. Because I'm sure you're all very excited to see it, aren't you? Especially those of you who will be skipping ahead to the new truck bit. Probably exceeding the speed limit, 50 miles an hour in a quarry. At least there's nothing else driving about at this time of night. Everybody's gone home for their tea. Gone home for their tea in Sheffield. Can't do a Sheffieldian accent, so I'll just do whatever I can do. Which is this accent? I'll just check the map just quickly. Yep, Sheffield is to the right. Yeah, it's to the right. I can tell my left from right. I passed my driving test, where they actually ask you turn right. Sorry. And if you don't know left and right, well, they tend to mark you down a bit. They don't actually. They only mark you down if you do dangerous driving. They don't actually give you any penalties if you get lost, which is pretty good, I think, because you don't actually need to bother. I mean, it's best to bother listening to where they say direction-wise, because it means that you show good attentiveness to the road. You know, you can read road signs and that, but it's not actually that critical. If you miss a turning, or if you screw up left and right, stuff like that, they won't actually give you a penalty. They'll give you a penalty if you indicate incorrectly. Like if you indicate to go left and then you turn right, they'll give you a hazard warning, and then you might fail your driving test, which will be terrible because it costs £60. Whenever you crash in this game, it's always your fault unless someone else hits you, in which case it's their fault. Basically just real life then, which is good because this is a simulator, isn't it? Enter. A service. We'll repair the truck. Repair. That was expensive.